The pace quickens and the whispers grow strong, of a soul so brave that chants a mantra and sings a forgotten song. A hermit he is, and his spirit wanders from home, to the promised land, to the land of dawn. Hello everyone, I'm the Holy Hermit and I welcome you all to a new build video for Reaper of Souls. Before I proceed with the video, allow this humble hermit to make a bold claim and a stout promise. This monk build will be the one true build that can be used to accomplish everything in Reaper of Souls. Whether that's clearing bounties, rifts, split farming or power leveling, everything is possible with this build. But there's even more. If you can maximize the full potential of this build, you will be the fastest and the strongest monk in Sanctuary. Lots of promises, eh? So let's begin. In part 1 of this video, we'll look at the gear requirements for this unique build. Gear is something that will define the extent of your farming, meaning the more specialized items you find, the higher torments you can push. So the first item is a two-hander with a socket. Any two-hander will do the job here, but here are a few special items you should look for. Maximus for bonus fire damage and the crown jewel in form of Flow of Eternity Diablo that lets you spam 7-sided strike. Since this monk of 1000-sided strike is a fire monk, try to roll fire damage bonus to all skills on your gear, and the other aspect of this build is low cooldowns. Try to get cooldown reduction on your gear as much as possible. So here are a few numbers for you then. Aim to get 400k DPS with 4 million toughness, 11 spirit regen, attack speed of less than 1.5, the lower the better, and cooldown reduction of at least 35%. The Endgame Monk should focus on getting War Chain Arm Guards with bonus fire damage, Hexing Pans of Mr. Yan, Flow of Eternity Diablo, Cinder Coat, Monkey King 2-set bonus, Gloves of Worship and Ina's 4-set piece. The closer you get to obtaining these items, the closer you will be at crushing Torment 6. But even with a simple gear that contains a two-hander with a socket, you can easily crush Torment 2 with this build. In this part, we look at the build itself. Fist of Thunder with quickening for spirit regen, but I would recommend to use this skill only when you're getting used to the build. So when you're comfortable, put 7-sided strike with sustained attack on. Your secondary but the most important skill is Tempest Rush with Tailwind. Epiphany with Inner Fire is your main damage dealing skill, whereas Sweeping Wind with Firestorm is used to deal damage over time. Breath of Heaven with Blazing Wrath to buff your DPS and Mantra of Conviction Annihilation to gain short bursts of movement speed. Passives are Exalted Soul, Momentum, Beacon of Yitar and Fleet-footed. The spirit of this monk is unfathomable and he does it all using this build. So here is how everything works. The first course of action for a monk using this build is to test whether the character can channel Tempest Rush without losing too much spirit. Once this is ensured, the goal of monk is to stay mobile at all times and deal damage by running through enemies with Tempest Rush skill. The combination of Tempest Rush with Firestorm lets monk deal over 300% weapon damage as it runs through enemies, but when the odds seems to be against monk, activation of skill Epiphany summons near endless clones that obliterate everything around monk. Cooldown reduction of skills would reduce the downtime of Epiphany to a mere 18 seconds or so, making the skills all the more useful. Your passive will grant you spirit, life gain and damage, which will help you to survive in the toughest of situations. If you happen to find the right gear set with this build, you can spam 7-sided strike every 6 seconds or so. That takes the elite killing business to a whole new level. As you Tempest Rush through enemies, you have to understand that even with low toughness, you normally can avoid pools such as Molten, Arcane, Desecrator and Frozen, thereby meaning that your monk can have lower toughness than a standard monk and can still do very well on higher difficulties. So such is our build for 1000-sided strike. Give it a go and share your thoughts with the rest of us. This has been the Holy Hermit for you, and once you're done playing with this build, you'll consider the promise I made fulfilled. So take care of yourself, and I hope you mastered this way of no ways, the way of intercepting first.